pass. Gets it. Back to Stewart. Stewart another hand pass to Banks. Banks at left half forward. Looking for someone to give it to, now decides to go for a run himself. Kicks the ball long, looking down there for Billy Picken, who's a get on the forward line. A goal to King coming up, I think, and he puts it through. That's Renee King's third goal for the Magpies. A badly needed one to add some respectability to their score. 11-13, 79, trailing Fitzroy 16-19, 115. Well, Fitzroy will make it 8 straight with a win here this afternoon, and I'm sure that all their supporters would really be thrilled a bit just the way they've been playing. Coming off the ground is, it looks like Harrison going on as Fowler, who was a little bit under a cloud early on in the day, but he took his place in the side and comes on now to get a run for the final few minutes. Moore knocks the ball well clear of the pack, taken away by Banks, who gives it over towards Tony Shaw, who certainly has tried all day for Collingwood. Renee King takes the mark this time in front of Taylor at left half forward. He already kicked 3 goals for the Magpies. Got a bad knock in the eye in the second quarter, looking for Picken. The ball knocked away from him. Well, they're all lost sight of that one, and eventually dooted from mid-air. That was a very good play from Fitzroy, but the ball over towards Irwin, very close to the boundary line. Irwin goes for a pass in towards Gary Wilson. Wilson's round about centre field. He's got plenty of time to kick the ball down towards McMahon at half forward. McMahon sees a lead, goes for the hand pass. Whoops, a daisy. Play got flattened down here. Looked like Robert Walls, but it comes to Richardson, who fires at the goals and has put it through for another one.
Well, that was good play on the part of Robert Walls. That time he knocked it over. There's Robert Walls being congratulated by Max Richardson, 2 of the oldest players on the side, and that was what you call real experience. And Robert Walls, his forward play, has been invaluable down there for Fitzroy today. He's been instrumental in about 6 goals. Peter, there's the score. Fitzroy doing it well, 17-19, 121 to Collingwood, 11-13, 79. And do Fitzroy, North Melbourne lose, go to second place now, Pete?
That's right.
Well, they're certainly worthy of it because they've put up a great performance today after having a bit of a lapse in that third quarter, mainly due to the very strong tackling of Collingwood. It must have taken too much out of the Magpies, but then again, you'd be taking credit away from Collingwood. Ball tried to get it out, had a bit of a fumble. Alexander gets it out, kicked along by Fowler. Now it's grabbed by White. Back towards Renee King, punched away by Smith. Picked up here nicely by Banks at the centre half forward. It was not a very good kick. It's along the ground. Going after is Hanson. Billy Picken looking now as he's got a bad leg there, not moving very quickly. The ball back towards the centre of the ground. And once again, it's Hanbury with a hand pass over to Dacos. He's got plenty of time to do something with it. It's a long kick up towards the full forward zone. Renee King and Smith, with Smith pouncing on the ball like he has all day. And a hand pass coming back to Hanson. Plays it safe, knocks it out towards the boundary line. Grabbed on the line that time by Shaw. Good play this time by the Collingwood skipper. Scooped it over now to Banks. A pot shot for goal. Will it come around enough? Now it's off target and through for 1 point. So Fitzroy still 17-19, 121. To Collingwood 11-14, 80 at the 27.5-minute mark. And that thrashing they gave Collingwood in the first part of the year, the first match of the year, certainly wasn't any fluke because they're repeating the dose today. A long hand pass to Wilson. Good play. That's magnificent play as he topped it over to Fowler. Fowler with a short pass to Richardson. Fitzroy players all over the place. Richardson even takes his time to give it back to Fowler then, and he'll drive it up there looking for Bernie Quinlan getting a bit of a sit there, but the ball pushed out now to Conlon. Going after his Dacos there. He's in the front posse, but he goes over. And Dacos moving away that time from Allen. A hand pass coming over to White. Now it's looking for trouble, but finally breaks clear. A hand pass to Magro. Back it goes again. And there we see Woolno, who played pretty well in that third quarter on that half-back line. Hanson with a great mark over the top of Billy Picken.
Hanson now, centre half-back. Goes for a short pass out towards the wing position, and Gary Wilson, who has picked up at least 10 kicks, I would say, in the final quarter so far. A pass down there towards McMahon, who just grabs it, I think, inside the boundary line. No! Free kick to Collingwood to be taken by Woolno. That was a very close decision, but the boundary umpire in good position to make it. Oh, there's a great mark to Wilson as he played it. Now it's going to be a boundary throw-in. Wilson getting very, very high on the shoulders of his opponent. Tried to take the mark, but just couldn't do so. Very close to the end of the game here as we watch Moore and Alexander. Alexander wins that one out. Taken away by McCarthy, loses the ball straight away. Picked up by Irwin at centre field. Irwin goes for the long kick down towards Beecroft and McCormack. Off the hands of the pack. Here's Conlon having a snapshot for goal and has put it through, I think, for 1 point. So that takes Fitzroy along to 11 goals, 14-80. Still trailing Collingwood 11-14-80. Fitzroy 17-20, 122.
29.5 minutes gone of this last quarter, and Fitzroy coming out victors in this match in front of this very big crowd of 56,000 people. Alexander and Moore. Alexander goes for the punch. He's won the honours today. Over it goes to McCarthy. Has a pot shot for goal, but he's put it out of bounds on the full. So a penalty free kick down there to McCormick in the back pocket for Collingwood. We said before, Collingwood put up a reasonably good show on that third quarter, and in this quarter they got within 14 points, but Fitzroy showing their strength, regained their poise, and of course are now sitting pretty to win this match. The ball knocked out by McCormick, coming over to Ray Shaw, trying to break through the pack. The umpire's called play on, even though he appealed, I think that time for a free kick. And there'll be a ball up about 40 metres out from the Fitzroy goal. Fitzroy 17-20, 122 points. To Collingwood 11-14-80, and they look like they're in a second position. There's the siren for the end of the game. And Fitzroy have won a great effort here today. 17-20, 122 Fitzroy to Collingwood 11-14-80.
Great win to Fitzroy, making it 8 games in succession and advancing to second place on the premiership ladder. Bernie Quinlan voted best man on the ground. Let's check the goal kickers now overall, and leading at the moment.
On the ladder, and 5th place Collingwood, well, it was a big test for them. They hadn't beaten any of the other teams in the 5 during the year. We join this game 2 minutes into the second quarter, and with me, Doug Mason. Jeff Austin on the ground in the second quarter, doing battle against Alexander. Alexander partly to Walls. Harris is there. Great slap upfield to Max Richardson. On to Wilson, and Wilson shooting for goal. It's close. It's there. What a goal from the centre bounce.
Austin to Wearmouth. Caught. Sorry, run. It's your day. McMahon, who put on the tackle, to Walls. All Collingwood here. There's Austin. Well shepherded by Woolnow. Higgins for his first kick. No, he runs it across the line and out of bounds. Throw in centre wing in front of the members.
Buried underneath that was Olsen, got the handball out, and a free kick, and a bit of a biff in the face from Alexander. It's unlike Ron Alexander. Olsen's kick to half forward. Smith in front, Moore trying to punch on. Down to Keys, now to Taylor. Taylor wide open spaces for Harris. Here comes Hanbury from behind. Harris gets it out, but to no one. Hanbury loses control. McCarthy gets his body in there. Byrne and McMahon. And finally Collingwood out through White to Wearmouth. The handball upfield is a good one to Woolnow. Moore, look out, here come the troops. Caught by Higgins, but he breaks the tackle. Moore kicks for the goal square. Derek Shaw is there, and a punch by Serafini. A behind to Collingwood.
Well, I would have reckoned that Peter Moore held that ball for an unconscionable time. Hanson over to the leading Wilson, and he prefers to leave it for McCarthy. Wilson, oh, so clever. Harris, Keys, Allen, if he can pick it up. And chipping in Byrne. Oh, Picken loses it. Beautifully picked up by Max Richardson. He finds Walls on his own, and Walls can run into an open goal here. Decides to go leftward. And kicks his second.
Alexander was just spoken to by umpire Robinson. We're using the biff down towards Allen. Comes out with it. Oh, no pressure eventually. To half forward, a great pass. McMahon. Irwin offering the lead. McMahon wheels around, drives it long for Beecroft. Richardson. Across the face of goals, out of bounds on the far side for throwing.
Well, he bundled old Slapsy Maxie out of the play in the Collingwood defence.
Valley has plenty of time to Olsen. Magro. Woolno ducked his head into it. Picked up by Conlon. He straightens up and slams away. This is right in the goal square. Austin fighting in there. And umpire Morgan will bounce. Generally the result of a melee in the goal mouth. Oh, Austin a free kick. Quinlan holding the diaphragm region of the anatomy. Came off second best in that little encounter.
Austin's kick to Moore. Smith from the back, and Alexander as well. Irwin, a great little player, drives it forward, right to the teeth of goal. Off hands to Beecroft. Couldn't get a kick in. Pickin for Collingwood. To half-back. Look at the players here. Alexander couldn't mark. McMahon. Irwin. Took a long time. Smith. And now Ray Shaw to brother Tony. And away go the Magpies. Davis well in front of his opponent, but a bit under the ball. Serafini. To half-forward, unmarked as Wilson. Oh, well done by Hanbury. Came from nowhere. Harris it is for Fitzroy. Sweeps the handball infield to Wilson. Oh, shows them the ball. Takes it away from them. Harris has fumbled a few times. Pickin to centre wing. And that's a good mark to Serafini.
This goes into the centre to McCarthy. There are 4 Fitzroy players and not a Collingwood player in sight as Allen streams down the ground, runs his full quota, boots it into the goal square. This could be close. Off the hands and through for a behind. Second behind to Graham Allen.
McCormack. Oh, not a good kick. Alexander at the back. Taken away by Valley. Good tussle between Valley and Irwin. Here's Conlon. Burn over the top and a baller.
Desperate side Fitzroy, aren't they?
Left half forward for Fitzroy. Walls. Centering the ball. Oh, well done, Wilson. Out wide to Quinlan. Forward pocket, Bernie Quinlan. It's close. Oh, goal. Bernie Quinlan with the left foot snap from as wide out in the pocket as you can get it here at Waverley. Taken out of the air by the rover Wilson. Across to the opposite back pocket. Taken by Harris. Pulled off his kick by Hanbury. Chance here for Collingwood. Driven forward by Hanbury. Into the goal mouth. Stewart was there. And it goes off Higgins out of bounds.
And a Fitzroy player getting up off the ground. Keys flattened behind play. It's the second time we've seen it happen to Peter Keys this season.
Throw in forward pocket for Collingwood. Over the back was Alexander. Out of that, Merrigan. But all Collingwood there for Banks. Short pass by Banks. Davis. Spoiled by Irwin. Davis takes it. Pulled down. Kink. Missed with the handball. A whistle. Free kick to Kink.
Somebody had a whack at Kink behind the play as an evener upper. There's the man receiving treatment. His Keys. Looks a trifle unsteady on the feet, does he not?
Rene Kink with his free kick from centre half forward, right in front, 45 metres out, and he's kicked it truly, and the margin is back to 14 points after Fitzroy at one stage had led by 41. Second goal to Rene Kink.
Smith and Kink there, not the best of friends. Here's umpire Morgan. Now it's umpire Robinson. And it's a butcher shot, hopping in for his chop. And play underway again. Alexander coming through Walls. Gets it out somehow to Wilson, onto Harris. Away go Fitzroy. Harris towards Beecroft, and a good mark. No play on. Out to Austin for Collingwood, back into the centre. And there's bodies climbing all over the place. Moore with pace. Davis paddling. Put it down when tackled. And a free kick to Taylor.
With the handball to Higgins. Up to centre wing, McCarthy will mark. Fitzroy has stopped a bit. Beecroft is in this chop. Quinlan up high as well. McCormick. Short pass to Moore, over his head. Byrne. His handball infield blocked by McCarthy. The ball out of bounds.
Alexander to Walls, caught. Oh, a deliberate punch out of bounds. Should have been a Collingwood free kick. It's the second time we've seen it today. Neither time has it been penalised. Alexander again, but straight to Wilson. Palms off one. Inboard to Walls. Walls lines him up. Here's Beecroft on his own. Can't make the legs. Fitzroy's right forward pocket in front of the main scoreboard. 87 by 73. The Maroons in front by 14 points.
Forward pocket for Fitzroy. Quinlan to Beecroft. He goes past him and out of bounds. A game which had been dominated so much by Fitzroy early is now a real contest. 14 points the difference. Beecroft held but not in possession. Free kick to Beecroft. And the Fitzroy full forward, a chance to put Fitzroy further in front. Beecroft only about 30 to 35 metres from goal. He's kicked 2 goals 3. He kicked a goal right on three-quarter time to steady it a bit for his team, and they went in at the last change leading by 21 points. Beecroft for his 3rd goal of the day. Good kick.
Nobody. Alexander the second time. Weirmouth caught with the ball held to him, which you could see. Alexander. Harris dribbles one to Max Richardson, who gets it to Walls. In there is White. Coming through was Wilson. Coming through is Magro. And McMahon. And finally Pickham, smothered to Max Richardson. Here's a goal for Fitzroy. His first. And 26 points now.
Eight minutes gone in the final term. And Collingwood haven't beaten a team above them in the competition this year, and they've struggled until about the 3rd quarter. McCarthy shrugs off a tackle. Handballs out to Irwin. He's been a great player. Short pass upfield to Walls. 21 kicks to Warwick Irwin. Walls a blind turn. Forward pocket Wilson. Or Conlon it is. And Michael Conlon, not far in from the boundary line, goes goalwards. Quinlan there. And the ball through for a behind.
1 goal for to Michael Conlon today. And a few Fitzroy players with their non-kicking boots on. Beecroft 3-3, Allen 1-4. And McCormick. Ray Shaw for Collingwood. Smothered. In comes Smith. put his team into attack. Magro playing game number 50. Take a war, Wearmouth. Brayshaw. Ball knocked out of his hands. Well, Brayshaw says you don't have to be dead to be stiff. Kick number 18 for Bernie Quinlan. Conlon goes on with it. Gets a shove. He takes the free. He's a tough little customer, this. His 12th kick.
He's been on a tough little customer in Magro. He was named as an interchange, Conlon, back after his second term of suspension, but he started in the 18 on Magro. Conlon from the boundary line, across the face of goal, out of bounds on the full, and a Collingwood free kick to Peter Moore. 10 minutes gone last quarter. Fitzroy 100, Collingwood 73. They handball out of defence. Magro up to half-back, now to centre wing, and Davis has come out of full forward. Davis down the boundary line looking for Kink. Smith in front. Good kick by Smith to half forward. Quinlan high. And Woolno takes it away for the Magpies to Ray Shaw. Collingwood need to storm home to win this game. Good pass by Shaw for Banks. Spoiled by Keys. Here comes Kink. Harris now for Fitzroy.
On to Serafini is good football. And away go Fitzroy. Serafini goes in the centre of the ground. Handballs to no one, but Allen read it well and didn't take the footy with him. Underneath him is Dacos. He'll take the free kick. Pops it out to Tony Shaw. Got nowhere to go and no leads. And it's all Fitzroy here as Alexander speeds up to take the easiest of marks. No one on his mark. He can go off if he likes to. He's about to. Kicks. Serafini with a set. And it's pretty easy to mark over a little bloke like Tony Shaw when you're 6'2" and you've got the run. Quinlan and the throw-in. Centre wing on the outer side of the ground. Fitzroy 100, Collingwood 73. Peter Moore and Quinlan. Peter Moore playing game 100. Gets it straight to Harris. Harris into the centre of the ground. It's all Fitzroy here, but there'll be a free kick and it will go to David McMahon.
10th kick only for McMahon. Started pretty well in the first quarter. Gone out of the game. Long kick by McMahon, near the goal square. Wilson! Oh, what a mark by Rover. Nothing Magro could do about it. Gary Wilson's kick tally down today. This is only kick number 12. He's had about as many handballs. Kicking for goal. And he's put Fitzroy further in front. And now it will take Collingwood 7 goals to win the game, or 6. Well, at one stage, Collingwood got to within 14 points in the last quarter, but Fitzroy steadied and won by 42 points. For Fitzroy, Beecroft, their leading goal scorer, with 3, and for Collingwood, Kink also kicked 3 goals to lead their goal kickers. And the result... Second quarter, we pick it up 5 minutes in, and commentators Graham Dawson and Doug Hayward.
Hansen having a ruck for Fitzroy against Round. Won by Hansen, but sharked well by Evans, a star for South Melbourne. 2 out, Serafini and Tony Morwood. Good spoil. Tony Morwood to Morrison. Can't handle it. Taylor to Higgins. Fitzroy out of trouble. Fields on top of Allen in the centre. And South Melbourne putting plenty of pressure on Fitzroy. And doing it well. There's Fields, right to full forward.
Perfect kick.
Was it through? Touched by Tony Morwood, in fact. And South Melbourne kicking themselves out of this game, go to 4-9-33, trailing Fitzroy 5-7-37. Serafini once again to the bowling green side.
Thompson almost took that one. Smith has got the chance. Irwin gets it out. Here comes Fields again. A driving kick across, but it's all to Chris Smith, who takes a very gallant mark under pressure. Tony Morwood running into him with eyeball to eyeball, but Smith takes it particularly well. Hand passes across to Taylor. Umpire says no. No, you are behind or outside the boundary line. So come back and have another attempt, Chris Smith. He's got to kick to the attacking side for South Melbourne, which he doesn't want to do. Bernie Quinlan and Len Thompson. Chance for Hansen. Well tackled by Roberts. Gary Wilson. Wilson across in a flash to Allen. Allen goes for the run past Rantel. Will have a shot for goal. Sends it down. McMahon's underneath it. What a creative player is Graham Allen. He's got such blistering pace that he really does rip a defence apart. And his left foot kick, and there was David McMahon, poised underneath it in the 10-metre square, waiting. Took it under pressure, but took it easily. And now he will kick Fitzroy's 6th goal, which he does. Fitzroy 6-7 and South Melbourne 4-9.
McMahon, a quiet player, kicking a goal with his first kick in the match.
2 hand passes.
Fitzroy steady to lead by 10 points, 6-7 to 4-9 at the 8-minute mark of the second term. That all started from strong bullocking work by Henson on the bottom of the pack to get it out to Wilson and then on to Allen. Thompson and Hansen rucking. Bounce favours Quaid. Allen contesting. Wilson. Good bump by Rantel. It was Paul Morwood to Quaid. On to Evans. Higgins intercepting. Things running a little better for Fitzroy. Dropping the ball. Free kick to Evans in the centre of the ground. Good interpretation by umpire Norris. On to Browning. Oh, here's Morris all on his own. And that's Higgins' opponent. He dashed down the ground. He couldn't get back to recover. And Morrison, 45 metres out, 45-degree angle, a chance to kick South Melbourne's 5th goal. He has. No, he hasn't. Didn't quite get there. Dempster. Off the ground by Hummel. Behind. 4-10 South Melbourne. Fitzroy 6-7. So the Lions lead by 9 points.
Serafini, who kicks superbly always. Thompson got hands there first. Here comes the brilliant Gary Wilson. Breaks away from all trouble. Down to Johnston. Johnston takes his first mark. Johnston centre wing position. Drives it down looking for McCarthy. A great spoil by O'Neill. Wide out it goes towards Bernie Evans. Hotly pursued by McMahon. Evans screws it back towards centre wing, picked up by Wilson again. Wilson across to Johnston. Johnston tackled by Rantel. Back to Quinlan. Oh, he ran into a stopper to Irwin. Irwin recovers very strongly. Picks it up again and sends a long one downfield. Len Thompson, good mark. My word, he's played well as the big fella. That's his second good one. Out to Browning, who's the great left foot kick. Look at it, straight to Quaid. Quaid across to Roberts. Roberts centre wing position on the attacking side. Can go for the run. Dangerous hand pass to Morrison. Morrison cleverly back it goes to Cruz. Cruz kick under pressure is a bad one as he's tackled out of bounds. South Melbourne teamwork looked good, collapsed at the last moment.
What a great tackle by young Harris too, to put Cruz under pressure.
Great little player.
Oh, smallest man on the field. There's the kick in by Serafini. Down to Harris again. Smith, which way does he go? Across to McCarthy. He's been quiet. A short kick on to Conlon. Richardson will shepherd for him. Quinlan, O'Neill.
Scouting was Johnston. On to McMahon. Good spoil Browning. Hummel. Dispossessed. Desperate defence. Umpire Quinn says it's my ball. He let that go. Hummel in a bit of trouble, holding his right arm. They brought it right half forward for Fitzroy, who lead by 9 points. Thompson blocking Quinlan, gets it down to Hummel. McCarthy, too far, Quaid. And McCarthy having one of those terrible days. Nothing going right for him. Quaid towards Dempster. Free kick to Merrigan. No. Smith hit Cruz out. I saw Merrigan get the shot, but it came because Cruz was hipped out by Smith. Merrigan and Dempster. Merrigan there first, dropping the ball. Good tackle, Dempster.